and we're talking about the Kentucky State Fair. It's finally August and the State Fair is ready to happen. Everything that happens at the State Fair tells us a lot about what has remained the same and what has changed throughout Kentucky's history. Being from Kentucky, I chose to talk about the State Fair because I believe it's an important, underreported event. The Kentucky State Fair has proven to be a complex indication of Kentucky's history, heritage, and culture. This speech will discuss the three main factors that contribute to the overall importance of the Kentucky State Fair. The Kentucky State Fair is held at the Kentucky Fair and Exposition Center. We all like change every now and then, and change of location is what happened during the Kentucky State Fairs during its first years. 5 different sites have served as the state fairgrounds, although 3 were temporary quarters. It took a few years before the State Fair actually had a home of its own. Later on, the State Fair built a permanent location, the Kentucky State Fair and Exposition Center. Amanda Storment says that Kentucky has the nation's largest indoor fair and is unique from other state fairs because of the State Fair's location. The Kentucky State Fair and Exposition Center is ranked 6th in the nation. Secondly, fairs are events that bring a community together. We all love going to places that have something we will enjoy. An average of 600,000 fairgoers come together to eat unique foods and go on different activities. Children and the young at heart won't be bored with the midway rides, and foods on the stick are the best part for some fairgoers. In addition to the thousands of activities taking place at the State Fair, paid but mostly free concerts happen daily. During the 1962 Kentucky State Fair, 95% of the concerts were free. Rascal Flatts, Young the Giant, Maroon 5, and Jake Owen are just a few of the well-known and well-liked bands and singers that performed during the State Fair this past summer. Last but not least, state fairs generally serve to raise appreciation and awareness of an industry essential to their state. The Kentucky State Fair is the 7th fair in the nation, according to USA's top 10 state fairs. Governor Steve Beshear says the key to success of the State Fair is participation in the competitions and activities designed to showcase the best of the best. And it's grown to be one of the most successful and unique state fairs in the nation. Being one of the top fairs in the country, the State Fair affords the largest public outreach. Many healthcare providers use the State Fair to educate the public. At the 2012 State Fair, over 30,000 health screenings were performed free of charge. Being one of the top fairs in the nation, having one of the best facilities around, and having countless activities for all ages contribute to the fair's importance. Fairs are events that bring communities together, and the best part is it usually costs less than $10 to get into the gates.
The Kentucky State Fair has been a part of Kentucky's history for a long time. The fair brings Kentucky citizens together and makes us a community. The Kentucky State Fair makes people of Kentucky feel a part of something. Kentucky is a very important part of our lives, and the State Fair is something that I have been going to since I was little. The Kentucky State Fair is not only just a fair to some of us, but it's a memory, and it will always be a part of our childhoods. The Kentucky State Fair has been important to the citizens of Kentucky since 1902. It shows the growth of our state and how people truly care about our old Kentucky home. The history of the fair will be a part of Kentucky forever, and it will continue to grow and develop as Kentucky does. We all are a part of Kentucky, and it is important that Kentucky has things to make it grow and become a better place. The fair's history exhibit is a great way for local people of Kentucky and tourists to learn about all the things that have happened in Kentucky's past. When people go to the fair and read about Kentucky's past, it makes them proud of where they came from. The history exhibit not only tells people about Kentucky, but it makes them feel a part of something special. The fair's history is even a huge part of Kentucky because the fair has been going on for so long it plays a major role in the people of Kentucky's lives. The fair has been going on for 110 years, and I know that people count on this fair every August. Since I can remember, my aunt has taken my cousins and I to the fair every year. The fair is always something I really looked forward to, and I was excited to see all the exhibits, animals, people, and rides each and every year. The fair is very important to people who have been going for a long time because it brings them memories with the people they love. I remember going to the fair and seeing all the rides, foods, exhibits, entertainment, and more. I was always excited in August to go to the fair and see everything. My cousins would come in from out of town and go to the fair with us. The fair was about family to me, and it was a time where we all got together and had a lot of fun. The fair brings Kentucky together as a whole community. If Kentucky didn't have the annual state fair, it would not be as connected as it is. The fair really makes the people of Kentucky feel like they are a part of something and that there's a lot of people proud of where they come from. The Kentucky State Fair is a lot of fun, and people who go really enjoy themselves. The fair makes being part of Kentucky so much better. Kentucky is a great place, and people underestimate Kentucky and what it's about. The Kentucky State Fair is a great way for locals to get involved. People from Kentucky have a chance to sell their products or spread their photos or other talents. This is a great way for the local people from Kentucky because it gives them a chance to get their name or company name out there to all people of Kentucky. This makes Kentucky more of a community because if people buy locally, they're supporting Kentucky and their fellow Kentuckians. The Kentucky State Fair has been important to all the citizens for a very long time, and it shows that we are actually a community. Ultimately, the Kentucky State Fair is very beneficial to Kentucky. It brings us all together, and it makes Kentucky a better place altogether. We hope you like our speech, and we hope that after you listen to it, you'll consider going to the State Fair if you haven't already.